Hi class 11, let's continue our class. So today we'll start chapter number 2. Okay, chapter 2, right? So chapter 2, measurement, isn't it? So to unlock this chapter we should know some other topics. Okay, so write down mathematical tools. Okay, mathematical tools. So see, you have book, isn't it? Physics book, NCRT, isn't it? So the language of that book is, if I ask or if I question, then you'll say it is written in English, isn't it? Yes or no? But now onwards, you should know that the physics book of NCRT is written in language of mathematics. Okay, भनेको मतलब फिजिक्स बुक चाहिँ केमा लेखेको छ हाम्रो लागि अब म्याथमेटिक्सको ल्याङ्ग्वेजमा लेखेको छ. सो पिसिबीलाई अलिक साह्रो पर्छ. ओके, सो पिसिएमलाई आई अलरेडी टोल्ड यु द्याट mathematics is a tool, isn't it, which unlocks every science. Okay, clear? So write down. In this topic we are going to discuss about vectors, differentiation and integration. Okay, these are the important topics to unlock chapter 2. Okay, to study or to begin with this chapter number 2. Clear? So first topic is your vector. So before that vector, we should know that physical quantity. Okay, physical quantity. Write down physical quantity. So anything which is measurable or measurable are called physical quantity. Okay, any quantity or anything which are measurable are called physical quantity. Physical quantity. Clear? कुनै पनि इन फिजिक्स कुनै हामी के गर्छ, नाप्छ. ओके, सो कुनै पनि कुरा हामीले नाप्न सक्यौँ भने त्यसलाई के भन्छ, फिजिकल क्वान्टिटी. ओके, सो टु गो deep, say physical in physics we study about the nature, isn't it? Natural phenomena, laws, isn't it? So side by side we are measuring the quantities like pressure, force, your height, length, distance, isn't it? So if I say that what is the height of this pen, you can say this meter, isn't it? Yes or no? This much, isn't it? Whatever the value is, length. Okay, so you can measure the breadth of this board also, isn't it? Length and breadth. Likewise you can measure time, isn't it? And you can measure weight, isn't it? So many things are there. But you have force, isn't it? Force, if I say push the duster. Okay, this is your duster. Okay, if I say push the duster, and if somebody comes and push, where to push, isn't it? They may ask where to take, isn't it? Or where to push, कता ठेल्नु पर्ने, isn't it? They may ask, ठेल्नु त बनि नि, अब कता ठेल्नु, isn't it? So likewise we have classification in physical quantity. Okay, so in chemistry you have so many elements, isn't it? Some are metal, some are non-metal, some are semi-metal, and you have a beautiful periodic table, and they classify all the elements in that particular table. Likewise in physics the quantity are categorized or classified into two main category. What are they? So write down. See, scalar and vectors quantity. Okay, vectors. So scalar means, example, write down your height, isn't it? Your weight. But vectors quantities are those quantity which has value and direction also. Okay, like force. Simple force लिइराख्नु मैले. Okay, force को कताबाट ठेल्नु पर्ने, isn't it? We have to mention this, isn't it? Whenever you ask question or whenever you ask somebody to help, then you should mention them the direction, isn't it? कतापट्टि ल्याउनु पर्ने, isn't it? So write down, scalars are those quantities. Let me copy my notes बनाउँछु. Scalars are those quantity. First, it's a physical quantity. Okay, but scalar are those quantity which has only magnitude. डाइरेक्सन छैन. अब लेन्थ, अब तिम्रो हाइट सोध्यो भने के भन्छ तिमीले? 5 फिट 6 इन्च भन्छ हैन? इस्ट त भन्दैन हैन? यस्तै वेट सोध्यो भने तिम्रो अराउन्ड 48 to 50 kg हैन? तिमीले यतापट्टि त भन्दैन हैन? So those are your scalar quantity. The physical quantity which has magnitude. Okay, like 1 kg, 1 feet. Okay, clear? So in vector quantities are those quantity which has magnitude as well as direction. Okay, so force, 10 Newton force को युनिट हो न्यूटन फोर्स इन ईस्ट भन्छ पनि इन द डाइरेक्सन अफ ईस्ट. क्लियर? वेस्ट हुन्छ तिमीले गरेको छ हैन? ईस्ट, वेस्ट, नर्थ, साउथ. क्लियर? So now listen, this scalar quantities are तिम्रो के हो? तिमीले जति पनि म्याथमेटिक्स गरेछौ 10 up to class 10 till date, that is your scalar mathematics. Okay, scalar mathematics or mathematics. And now onwards we will start with vector. अब scalar में के हुन्छ? 4 plus 2 how much? 6, isn't it? 3 into 2 equals to again 6, isn't it? But in vector quantities, 4 plus 2 equals to 6. 3 into 2 equals to 4 you will get. Okay, different you will get. So now write down next topic, vectors. So this is leave it. Now we will start with vectors. Okay, and those who got we are doing with the mathematics as additional, they have the whole chapter in vectors. One chapter is there in class 12. Okay, 11 मा पढ्नु पर्दैन, class 12 मा छ ल. Vector एउटा डल्लै chapter छ, then you will clear at that time. So let's start with vectors. So write down vectors. So vectors. So first write down representation of vectors. Representation of vector. So vector will represent, or vector represent is with the help of straight line. Okay, straight line and arrow at head. Okay, this is called tail and this is called head. Okay, which gives direction. Okay, head like getting direction, tail is as it is the starting point. Okay, and this length is called magnitude. also called value. Okay, some may say value, okay, or some may say magnitude, same thing. Okay, so this length will give you the magnitude, and this head will give you direction. Okay, so that's why this is a vector quantity. So if I have this as 10 Newton, then this length is your 10, isn't it? And this is the direction of force. Okay? And if I want to show this 20 Newton, then this should be double of this one, isn't it? So this is your 20 Newton. So this length gives the magnitude. So this is 10, then this is 10 plus 10, 20. Okay? Understood? So vector will represent by a straight line and head at one end. Okay. So next, now onwards, they may say like this. Okay, this is called vector A. Okay, clear? And this is how you represent vector A. Okay, likewise force is a vector quantity. Okay, आउँदै जान्छ थुप्रो क्वान्टिटी. ओके, that time we'll do momentum, electric field भनेर आउँछ. Okay, so many pressures आउँछ. Okay, then we'll discuss. Okay, first take force for convenience. Okay, force is a vector quantity. Then so and some book may say that this is also a representation of vector. Okay, and this is all. Okay, same thing. Okay, so next write down types of vectors. Types of vectors. Types of vectors. So first type is your equal vector. Equal vectors. So equal vectors are those vectors, two vectors, which has equal magnitude and same direction. Equal magnitude same direction. Same direction. So is 1, is 2 condition. Okay, for equal vectors. So equal magnitude and same direction. So this is your equal vectors. Okay, so, but if I have equal magnitude and different direction, okay, sorry, equal magnitude and different direction, these are not of equal vectors. This is your equal vectors. Okay, clear? के हुनुपर्छ? Equal magnitude and same direction. Arrow चाहिँ same पट्टि हुनुपर्छ. So this is your not in same direction. Okay, clear? यस्तो हुन सक्छ. Okay, यस्तो हुन सक्छ. Okay, so these are the equal vectors. Same direction, same magnitude or equal magnitude. Clear? Next is your negative vectors. Okay, opposite. Okay, so write down negative vectors. Negative vectors. Negative vectors are those vectors which has equal magnitude but opposite direction. Opposite in direction. Okay, so this is your so this is your negative vector. Okay, clear? Understood? Good, sir. So this is your equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. So this is your negative vector. So if I say this as vector A then this as vector b. Okay, so what happens? Vector a equals to negative of vector b. So this is your negative vector. Okay, clear? Or you can write b vector equals to negative of a. Same thing. Okay, direction is opposite, isn't it? Clear? Understood? This is your second, isn't it? Negative vector. Now third vector is your unit vectors. Okay, so unit vectors, rather unit vectors are those vectors whose magnitude is unit magnitude. Okay, unit magnitude. So and has direction. Okay, direction should be there. Okay, so if I say this is unit, okay, any unit like measure meter, okay, 1 meter, and this is your direction. So this is your unit vector. Okay, vector a. And how will write the unit vector? So unit vector of a is cap, isn't it? Cap denoted the unit vector of a equals to how much? Mathematics हो भनेको physics. How much? The vector divided by magnitude of the vector. That is your unit vector. So this gives the magnitude. Okay, clear? So if I have a vector a as I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap. Now again you are confused, isn't it? Isn't it? So how comes this, isn't it? So see, this is your Cartesian plane, isn't it? Cartesian plane, x, y, z. So this x-axis is your I cap. Okay, unit means unit, isn't it? Just 1, isn't it? And this is your j cap, and third dimension, and this is your k cap. Okay, so to find vector a is there. Okay, and to find the unit vector of this, understood, these are the direction ratios. Okay, so a cap equals to how much? The vector a I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap divided by mode of I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap. So this mode you have to change into the direction, isn't it? So I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap divided by, this should be in root form. So coefficient of I 1 square, coefficient of j 2 square, coefficient of k 1 square. So this is how we'll get the unit vector of this vector. Okay, so these are the unit vectors. Clear, Buddha sir? So a cap equals to how much? I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap divided by, this is how much? Root over 1 plus 4 plus 1 equals to 6, isn't it? Root 6. So a cap equals to how much? I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap, those are the caps, root 6. So this is the unit vector of this vector. Okay, so hope you understood. If you confused, then again we'll take. Okay, so next class we'll further discuss this one. Okay, so this much for today. Thank you, class.